the simulators Sundays. Baseman's already here. Let's go get in here and look some choo-choos. It is 22 February, the 2026 year of our Lord, and it is 93 degrees actually in real life. You look here at La Mirada where we are, looking at the locomotives we used last week. We did finish up what we were doing last week, but we're back here today to try to finish the rest of the local, which is the R-CAL0071. And it says it's 45 degrees, some rain. I mean, that's what it was earlier in the week, but that's not what it is right now. Right now it's hot. Like, it's February. I mean, it's the end of February just about. It's not yet spring, but it ain't 93 degrees winter time. Although it actually is. It is winter time by the position of the sun and the earth, and it's not by the temperature. So, some Florida man weather right there. Even though we're in California, we got mountains. There's a lot of snow in the mountains though, because the rain storms, had like 3 rainstorms last week. So there's a lot of storms. It was cold last week. I loved it. Not now. So, to what we have on hand here. Let's turn on our tags. You see what's going on. So these are the 71s that are left over. Remember, we took a bunch of them and went and delivered them, and they're probably ready for pickup. We got some goo, some RAMs, some PTOs, some USAFs. And if we open the map from the wonderful depotserver.com, www.thedepotserver.com, let me get my mouse over to where I can see it. So, the map is right here. This is of the yard, not necessarily the locals that you'd have to switch over here if you didn't know specifically which ones they were. Which this is, if you go to reference yard customer tags, and then I sorted by the local that I'm running, so that's why I only have these ones here. The goo is olive, bunch of olive stuff, PTOs, toner. Sounds like hazardous materials. US Foods is here. So let's go back and let's see where we can see them. We are currently right about smack right there somewhere. So US Foods is back here. We have what else we got? Paper. Remember, we took all the ones that we can back in and drop off, but there's some extra stuff over here that we gotta like back in and shove it. So here's GPP. I thought I saw one of those. We got a guy coming our way. So GPP is going to go the other way. So I'm almost thinking. So I got rims. Yeah, and I'm looking over here at this map. That's why it's still up on your screen. So rim is here. So, yeah. Well, that's an autorack. It's on an LAX. I don't really have an LAX, but it's going that way. It's going to go right by. It's eye candy. I see we had the ROS. ROS is back here. We already dropped some off at ROS. So let's just get to getting what we got to get, and we'll proceed that way. So I have the map up on mine of the opposite stuff that I'm going to be doing. We'll fly in the air again. So the USF is going to be a couple of the things that I need. I don't see goo. GOO. I'm looking. I don't see it on our map. So if we go out here, find goo. It says it's on page 4 of the map. Page 8. Go page 4. I don't see it anywhere on here. Go back in here. Don't see it up here. So back here on this page, what we can do is we click this. This shows us where it is. I think it's back. I think it's back here. Right here. Oh, that's not it. That's SIE. Come on, goo. Where you at? I'm looking at all the tags. So it could be the case where these should be like a 111, and they just aren't being tagged at that yet. So I'll have to have that change made. Oh, I spelled it wrong. I'm sorry. Badass is what I was thinking in my head. Dumbass is how I should have spelled it, I guess, but I don't think that way. You spelled it wrong? So I'm feeling I need some goo. I need to find the goo. Gooey goo. I'm just going to run down here. I'm going to see if it's perhaps... I've seen it before. What if it's 61 or something? Where? Oh, 81. 81 is what I was thinking, not the 111. I was thinking... Because there's 4 locals that run out of La Mirada. Got the... And they're all start with R-CAL. Got the 0061, which is down off the orange sub, just the way I'm going now, but towards the end of service area of La Mirada. 0071, which is what we did last week. 0081, which is towards the end of the west side of the La Mirada yard, and some of these coming up. This over here. So these are the 8 ones. So somebody had already started that process, which is great. Got more another auto rack. And then 081 is these, and also this one here is all 8-1. Then 7-1 is all of this. And then the 111 is where we just were. So, there's goo. Okay, so goo is over here. Okay, so, yeah, that makes sense. So, IMP, so we're going to go to USF there. And then we have goo back here. So, it's not on that page. It's on. We're on the right page. So, this might be a little boring, but this is what we got to do to make sure we don't go the wrong way. So I'm going to turn off the map now. And I found goo now on the map. Ready? 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 It's right here. I didn't even see it right there. Crazy. All right. So, we need to grab things a certain way. So GPP is going to be over here. So we're going to break this up. The GPP is here. MOC. I already did this, the C-Mex stuff here. All right, so we got to get on the other side of these goo carts. So why don't we just start... here's what I'm going to do as the engineer in charge here. I'm going to connect to these cars here, and I'm going to start grabbing cars and putting them on the tracks so that the ones that I have to go this way for, the ones that I have to push and back in are going to go. I mean, we can go the other way too, but yeah, anyways, you know what I mean. We don't want to get all technical here in the rain. Hit that spring switch. Helps with the, oops, you have the brakes on, right? I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna collect these cars that are behind me on this first track. These are the GPP cars. Try that in your other simulator. So GPP and MOC, yeah, you know me. I'm gonna go back and grab them right now. Oh, there's GPP. Now I don't know what I'm getting besides all GPP, and I thought this tanker part of that. Let's go get them. See what they are. That's a goo. Is that goo? I think they're goo. And for goo, we got to get it from the other side. Get it. But we have the USF's on there too. Let's see, PAP, USF. See what we all got here. USF. So see, those are like right here. So we need to be where we are now so we can come in and shove them that way. And then, but see, those are different. The PAP is down here. And GOO is there. So GOO and USF is good, right? We have to have the locomotive on this side. And then when we come through like that, we'll push those back. And then we can do AEA if we did. But then we have to be on the other side for PAP and GOO. So it's not working out the way it first looked like. Well, let's see if there's any U. There's one USF there. That means that was cut here. So I'm going to grab this whole cut. Take a look at the airlines just to make sure that, yeah, they're all dragging. So all I did was cheat for the air hoses. You can see the angle cock still closed. Handbrakes are on, but we have nothing in the brake pipe, so there's no air anywhere. So handbrakes are off, and let's pull them forward here. We gotta get the other USF. And we're gonna go deliver those, actually. I didn't see alloy AEA anywhere. Did you? PTO PAP, GPP, there's no, oh, there's a GOO back there. But I don't see AEA anywhere, so Not worried about that right now. We're going to go ahead and just worry about this USF for now. We're not going that far, so nothing we got to write home over. Let's check our switches, make sure that we can get down yonder. We are going to be going in through here. And I didn't see INP either. So let's just worry about these USFs, as I keep saying. As far as that goo on the end, you know, what we're going to do. So GPP, looking at the map on my screen, so yeah, that's just right here. So we need to be on the other side, we need to be on that side to shove them that way. SSF, that's back where we're going actually. Except it's the other way. So we'll deal with that when we deal with the goo and the PAP and the PTO. Yeah, AEA is the only other one. So the international paper, that alloy AEA we don't have, and US Foods. It's the only ones where we're going right now that are the reverse direction. Going uphill quite a bit, so try this on your other simulator right there. But you can't do that. Be surprised if you could, but I think you can. Remember, you can rip knuckles off too. I don't remember if you can or not. Come back and let's kiss these knuckles here. All right. That's kissed. We got all the air brakes on, but there's no nothing going through them. So EPC, that's a carpet place. That's going basically if we're going west in order to drop those off. So I'm going to say west and east for the most part, based on the way that we have to go here. So this cart is EPC. That's going to stay here because it's not going the same direction. Let's turn off the handbrake on this guy. These ones still have a handbrake on because I don't have control of them. I set the switches down there for one track over, but I'm going to come back in towards the first track here. Yeah, see, try that on your simulator. I don't think you can do it. Matter of fact, I know you can't. We're coming right down this track, so we'll set that switch there. We'll go and unset this one, or line it back up to pass through. We'll hitch a ride on the back of this box car. Now we'll just control our speed through the yard. And avert any disasters. The FRA, Federal Railroad Association, Administration. One of those two. Railroad Highway Patrol. State troopers, if you will. Federals, though. FBI for the drivers. And conductors. And companies. Everything. I didn't see where Ram was either. Oh yeah, I did. Ram is westbound. No, PAP is westbound. There was an R or something, REO or REO Speedwagon. RES. That's westbound. Over on the like the 81 side, so the GPP is westbound. Actually, it's actually eastbound. It's the map is upside down in this portion here. So if you look here, if you come off the tracks like this, where I already put the CMEX hoppers, if you look, you see how this kind of curves around like here, and it shows these going the opposite way than they do now, but they actually go the same way as the CMEX. They're down here though, so it's just the way that the map is drawn to conserve space. It's not gonna, it's blocked by the concrete. I don't know if I sent you those pictures, Poulan, of the took them yesterday. What did I send you yesterday? Bunch of private pictures. You know what I'm talking about. I have to send some photos. Alright, we're 11 miles an hour. We're still doing good. 1, 2, 3. Here we go, coming up on the switch there, 10 miles an hour, so everything is pretty fancy. I'll send you the pictures of my office here with the furniture in it. I told you you asked about it, and I didn't. I hadn't taken pictures of it yet. There you go. There's the 3 different angles. All right, let me give it a little gas here. Going down too much. That's like after I moved some things around too and then banged my head on the desk. So I was trying to plug it underneath. I mean, it does look good, but the issue is I can't get to the wall where the power is, so I had to like stand underneath it, lift it up with my back to get it off the ground to shove a battery backups. And then I had to get those underneath the desk, plug them in the wall. I only have 2 power outlets for both my partner and I, so pretty crazy. So, and the network connections, I moved those up to the middle. You can see them. There's 4 and 4 right between the 2 desks. That's all of our network connections I moved on Thursday. Cut holes in the wall and patched up the other ones, but I haven't had a chance to like sand them and paint them yet. May just hang like whiteboards over them anyways. Okay, so USF, going here to our right as we're looking right now. Oh, I'm not in the right, I'm looking at that. Go behind. So we're going to go down this track and then we got to push them back here. To do that, we're going to have to shove back this way and then come forward. That last boxcar is gonna. Now these actually are loaded because you see the color of them. They're the more red they are, the more loaded they are, all the way to through orange and then yellow. Empty is green. I don't think there's like purple labels. Like green meaning empty, or it's a molted color of red to yellow. Yellow's like halfway, orange is like 3/4. Dynamics here. About 3.8 up there. I was going to call it out as 38. I try to stop like right here if I can go. Let's see your simulator do that. I put the bell on because we're going towards the industry here. Maybe a little too soon. Maybe we should put it on when we're backing into the industry. And once I hit this switch here, I'm going to do a distance timer countdown. Got my finger on the button, not the e-stop one. Rail driver. Doing 11 miles an hour, but I'm going to start going uphill here, so I'm not going to worry about braking right now. And I'm going to hit that 3, 2, 1 now. I got 75 feet. I can see farther than that, so it's starting to slow down a little bit, but now I'm going to do dynamics. I've been idling for about a minute. Seems like about 5 more to go. Dynamics off, we're gonna have to climb. completely stalled. It's a 3096 messed up. So we definitely have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go. Now 4. A full 3 to go. We got a pair. Last one to go right here. I'm gonna stall because I took off the came off the throttle just a wee bit too much. We'll yank it. This is one of the new skins, by the way, by Haunts. Not new for, like, it was here last week. I got this a few weeks ago. Stripes glow at night. All right, now we're gonna ride them back here. If we look at the industry, you can see it stops processing right here where that dot is. So the car has to be over, any part of the car has to be over that dot, otherwise it won't process. So if it was here, this one wouldn't process. Which, if you're doing this like a single player, even multiplayer, and you have one too many cars or whatever, as it processes all the other one, just pick one and rename it. That's no big deal. Going off map normally anyways. Even if it was going to another yard within the server or within single player, name it what the other ones are, or pick one if they're multiples, right? Just pick one and yeah, you done with it. It said it. All right, dynamics coming on. You want to slam that bumper and knock it out. We're going to take it down here, half a car from the bumper. Bring up our BNSF mainline radio. Not in the simulator, but in the real life. At the same time I did that multitasking, I dynamic brake to set up. We got that far to go. Start slowing down even more so we can get a nice stop on this. Probably stop at that last dot here before the bumper. I don't need all this room, but good idea to have goals. And we may not make it, so call that good. I'm going to put a handbrake on here. And need to find the cut point. Right here, this USF. I'm going to put a handbrake on this side as well. I'm just going to take the independent off and let's see if we can get the pressure off. Doesn't look like it. There we go. So that gave us, by leaving at that dot where we did, that gave us plenty of room to back in, move stuff around without getting crazy. So I could do a Dutch drop here. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and do that. It's only a couple cars. But we gotta do it right though. Meaning, so we got 2 goo cars coming off. So let's line up for goo. Okay. All right. So I'm going this way. I'm gonna do the Dutch drop. I'm gonna go this way and then flick that over so that the other ones go to goo and we'll be able to get the pap. So we're gonna do a Dutch drop. I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna mark this here. And on the ground. So I still have that car set. Now it's tricky because with the network, do it on single player, it's never a problem. If you're doing it on the network, when you release the couplers, sometimes it's got to tell everybody who's not around you, hey, release the couplers, so it have a little bit of a network lag and reconnect. Once I come around this corner, okay. Okay, so we pull the pins. Hopefully that's didn't work. We didn't have enough speed on them. We got to come back and get them again. What's going on, Venkman? Ghostbusters, Venkman. We'll make sure we got no air in them because we might have to go a little bit faster too. That should be able to get me up to speed here. All right, we're going to try the Dutch drop again. I think we're going to have to go a lot faster to get set up here. Wheel spin here. Not set up yet.
SCAX Railroad Detector Milepost 1.
Yeah, it's not enough juice there.
Track 1. No.
Wasn't ready again. I'm gonna have to get up to like 25.
Total axle 2-4. Speed 7-6 out.
Yeah, Roseville's pretty fun. I run a Roseville server. right. Last time on the Dutch drop. The trick is I need to get it about there. I need the train to clear. And now I'm really ready to go here. Don't want to break any rules here. There we go. What do you think about that? Dutch drop. That was a good one. We cut it at 17. Now we can come back and put them where they need to go, because now we have them both where we need them.
What was that one more time? Doesn't matter which way you go in at on the extension over.
You want to pay attention to those because they are running away if I don't get there in time. Go over there and just make sure. So the back ones are goo, that's fine. Front one is not, though, I don't believe. Yeah, PAP. So we're gonna put a handbrake on here, and there. Look at that. Nice stop. We'll come up, pick up PAP, which goes right here. What's up, Eric? If you're the one who sent me the DM, I don't respond to DMs, especially for something that should be public question. It was about where to put outbounds or something. That should be in the forums, either in the yard forums or in general chat, but probably the yard forums. And then that way, if anybody else has that question, they also will know the answer. And I believe I told you that after we completed our check rides. I tell everybody that. But thank you for the question. All right, so PAP's going back there. That means, so that's lined up. You're going to do it. We don't need to do a Dutch drop, but we're going to do, why is this headlight not coming on? Short hood trail. Oh, wasn't on. I thought I already checked it. You know, there's a couple things they can fix. The handbrake squeal would be one nice thing where it makes that rolling sound, and then, you know, the shutdown sequence, instead of just all of a sudden makes no noise. You do when you shut them down, have that sound shut up. That'd be awesome too. Just simple little things. All right, let's try this. So we're just going to let that go. I don't know if we have any more goos coming back, but we'll, if we do, we'll set this for that. Once this gets here in the PAP, we'll put a handbrake on. It's going pretty fast right now. I do want to start a handbrake, you know, about half the distance here between the dots and thing. Like that there, and it should stop just fine. My locomotive stopped, and that's going to be perfect. So we are change this. I am running reverse operation right now, so power says reverse because they are backwards. Gonna leave this set the way it is. In the event we're gonna bring other cars over this way. We're gonna go back to the main part of the yard here. This is 61, by the way, so this is the one that goes towards the east. It can head over there, get delivered. I don't know that we'll have time today to do that. Maybe. Purposely did that. Try that on your other simulator. I'm going to go ahead and switch the controlling unit now. The next load we bring in will be going in and delivered around the quarter, I think. Hello, Jacob. As I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, many of you were not. Here it is, currently 91 degrees and the sun shining. Not rainy, as it was earlier in the week here in SoCal. Now, in La Mirada, where we're at virtually, it's probably 80, not 91, because they're by the ocean. Much closer to the ocean than I am here in Riverside, San Bernardino. So we're going to pull in and grab cars from this direction now, and we're going to take everything with us. If it's got to go a different direction, we'll deal with that after. Gonna have fire cell and everything's got to go. So that one's good. That one's good. Just line them up. We got in the back here. Oh, goo. Where it just came from. Oh, goody goo. All right, well, I don't think there's any other goos in here. There's that one. And I mean, that's really no big deal. Let's show you how we'll work this one. Total accidental. Hit it with my pinky, but I gave it a second one to make sure it's going to be an accident. Do it the right way. Now, if you look at the locomotives here, you see that one of the R-CALs is just this 3096 is like an orangish color, whereas the other one's green. The reason of that is that's the fuel level. If we look here, you see the fuel is almost half, and this fuel is almost empty. So green is, you know, the more green it is, the more fuel it has. If it gets red, that means it's getting really low on fuel. And I believe it turns purple if you have anything to fill out the fuel filter there. See how the whole engine shut off? So I thought it would show, and it may, but see here it says stats, and that means you have to go in here and call the mechanic and fix it. Just did that.
Yes. I need to let it pump up.
Now we'll start it back up. Okay, so we're back started. Everything's good. Let's go ahead and reset everything so it can respond. We got one goo and the rest are not. Getting the cab. Handbrakes on. Don't need the sander on. So class lights don't work. They haven't used class lights since like the 60s and maybe early 70s in real life. Canada used them recently, like in the maybe beginning 2000s. But generally, class lights aren't used because of the radio. So no reason to. You have to tell other trains what class of train you are. That's what you're asking about. The class lights that would, which these don't have them. Anyways, I think only the Canadian ones does. At least in Train Sim World they do. But yeah, American Freight doesn't use class lights. You're welcome. That's the amount intermittent. I'm hitting V on the keyboard, which I have a rail driver, so I don't do a lot of keys. The rail driver is all my levers. But V, as in Victor, on your keyboard is for your windshield wipers. Of course, you can find all that stuff right up here if you go to controls and then keyboard. Look down here into Winky Dinky wipe controls. You see right there. Oh, we're going right back where we came from, only this time we're going to stop, fire goo off to the goo people, then reconnect and make our way back down via the map right here. We'll pull in, grab goo, shove that back there, and then go down the road, and I think whatever we have, we'll be able to drop. I know I have GPP right here. That'll be on the way out though. So we'll probably have to come back through here and then back in order to drop that off, because again, these two are backwards from what they are. They put them on here to show where they're at on the map, but they are literally, they would go this way, but they wanted to save space on the map, so they are backwards. I was responding to your post, Ghost. Michael already did, but
Everyone did
I want to reiterate that you do fill this yard up with, you know, all three of these. Well, actually, I think there's two because you have the yard lead you don't want to block. But if you fill up both, fill up a lot of this yard here with outbound, you can just take them down the road to the ballpark siding. Put some power on the front end, take it all the way down there, and then the San Diego cars can go down just a little bit further than we are here. So right here is where I park the San Diego cars ready to go because they'll bring them from other yards. And then the ballpark sidings are down around the corner here. Here's the two ballpark sidings that you can take the outbound trains to. You know, I would take them to the yard first, fill up the yard, and then go because it's not enough for the ballpark siding. Then, you know, if you just have these, you have this lane and this lane full, then that's like not even the full one lane of the ballpark siding. And a outbound train from LAJ, LAC. No, it's going to Barstow, not LAC, but LAJ, Malabar. That can stop and pick these up.
Pumping up slow at 60 though.
So we're gonna put some handbrakes on.
I was just updating you that it's still at 60 until
Couple of them.
drop.
You gotta get rid of goo. Want to do a handbrake test? Now, if they do roll, I did not put the air on. Maybe when I hit AB, I did. Probably where it was. So this thing should be bled. All right, now that's open. Yeah, remember when I reversed locomotives, it probably hit the AB auto air brake. Well, yeah. So, I mean, if you do that, if you don't know how to recover from it, you just basically, I have my locomotive brake all the way on. And then I go to neutral, right on my reverser. Make sure I got no power. And then I'll put the emergency brake, or the train brake into emergency for 60 seconds. Once this PCS open lights, you can release the brakes. Once it starts flashing, release the brakes. So we'll do that for science. But like my, I didn't know I still had the map up. It's when I reverse the direction of the locomotives, because my F7 right now I have only for the angle cock, or for the airlines.
7991, that's here release.
Because I'm pulling bled cars. I don't need air in them. I'm not in the main, and I can't kick them if they got air in them. So when I reverse the direction of the power, I hit auto AB, which throw the angle cock and put air through the whole train. I didn't want anyways. I want them all bled out. So there's PCS flashing. I'm going to release the brakes here, and we're ready to go. When I get back and connect to this, I'll bleed all those out, because they all have air in them.
BNSF San Bernardino dispatcher answering Hobart radio.
Alright, Trying that in Train Sim World. I love saying that.
Dispatcher.
Okay. Got on, we're riding. I still have the coupler. That problem is I think we came out. I have to throw that switch. As soon as I throw the switch, I don't have coupler anymore. I can't control the coupler, so we'll just wait till we get there and then we can kick it down a ways. Kick the can down the road. Slow down here because I got a ticket. I mean, we're going uphill, so you see it's coming off quick. Oh, I am set. Okay. That goo's over there, so it's going straight through. There it goes. We'll just put this one with that one, slow it down so it doesn't ram into it.
SCAX Railroad Detector Milepost 177.4. Track 1, no defects. Repeat, no defects.
3, 2,
Total
1.
axle 28. Speed 80. Out.
Probably hit it about 6. A little too fast. So La Mirada's BNSF. You send cars to actual Chicago. You get a lot of WestColton. They're mostly for West. You get a lot of WestColton, but they're mostly for WestColton. I mean, from La Mirada on single player, you have a lot of interchange going on because that's what I want to do a long time ago. My idea was to send stuff from some of these industries to other industries within the map. Well, keep it kind of realistic. Oh, Roseville, that's right. Well, Roseville, the reason your stuff goes to WestColton because it's UP. UP is besides Roseville for. Nope, I need this one the way it was, and then this one reverse. I'm just chatting. Well, yeah, so, I mean, WestColton is the classification yard for the southwest, and then Roseville's Roseville has a hump yard there for the northwest. Just like the classification yard for BNSF, the old bean sniff is Barstow. And then once you, I think ALine, Mexico, I don't know if there's one there.
Milepost 177.4. Track 2, no defects.
Oh, see, yeah, all these, so I have to uncheck that. Control F7 will lead all my cars. Right. sluggish here. Let's see. Oh, the air out. All right.
Got a family on their way out.
And now,
Copy.
now it's map time again. So our first industry around the corner. BOU. We don't have any BOU on here. I didn't see any. So we have Epic, which is towards the end. GPP is towards the end. Map. SMS Ross. Oh, there's a PAP. One PAP over here. Yep. Okay, so we got to get that PAP out of here. If I would have known that was there, I would have got it out with the goo, but I know now. Oh, there's GPPs here too. There's some back there. I mean, we don't need to break them up. It's fine. Just got to get this PAP out of here. All right, I think our power is 3008 now, so I'll be right there. 3008.
7991, go ahead. Okay, and so how are you going to go about getting the DP power as well?
Put a handbrake on.
48 Debatement, over.
So it's sitting there, and
For 8131. So you just need to put it
I'll come
together
back and move it
and do a quick air test and we're done.
later.
Okay, so once you get authority, how long do you think until you're headed west?
Appreciate it. Dispatch 248 to P7810, over.
GPP's on the back. Not a big deal. We got split.
You guys take off, over.
Got those split GPPs.
Just waiting for the cadet to get back up, knocking up brakes off. Good. I have get you going then, over.
I'll call you when as soon as you get the
Handbrake's coming off.
6952 west. 6952 west.
Alright, waiting for
That's correct, thank you.
So, SFF are cars and REM. So I have some SFF and REM cars here. I got one REM here, two. Oh, I got PTO around the corner too. Got PTO, so I got ROS is towards the end. I'm gonna have to pull some cars, get those in. Got SMS, these are all going the same way.
Thank you, BNSF.
I think we're in good shape here. SSF, let's make sure we're going down. First track we are. Here's REM open. It's all good. So we're all good here. We don't have any Frito-Lay. Those are pickups now because we delivered those last week. People got to have their chips. SSF.
Hi, boss. Diverging clear for license.
Man, hot. I'm down the hill, that's why. SSF are the first ones coming off. So you see, I didn't block these so I can drop them off real easy. I just grabbed them. A lot of the industry. So we're using a depot config with some tweaks, some minor changes. So the depot, I'm on multiplayer, so this isn't my configuration. Let me say this was SSF, right? So the MateoTube Run 8 server here uses the depot configurations, and different industries have different hours. So between 24 and 48, there's a few that are 72, but not very many. I don't really pay attention because I only play once a week anyways. So 24 hours or even 72 hours, they're going to be completed by the night. Next time I get a chance to come in here and move some metal around. So SFF is this boxcar just directly to my right here. I'm trying to bring this to a stop. Put a handbrake on here and here. And, oh, you got the coupler. So SSF, both of these.
All right, here we go on a clear.
Not transferring Hobart radius. It says 3745, but.
Yeah, the most of the industries on here are the default.
Right, thank you.
From the depotserver.com. That way, there isn't a lot of guesswork. We can go and play these different servers if we wanted to without much change. Our high green, which is the southeast server, is significantly different than any other server. So that one is, the tags are very much customized. They're not like CSX normal ones. They're more like the BNSF. That's how they wanted to set it up. They wanted to be able to understand the tag instead of everything just being a queue. So if you want to play southeast, the maps are good, but the industries, I think the industries are the same there, but definitely going to have some issues trying to figure out the tags. I put that handbrake on over there. Yeah, I went through. All right. Let me relinquish this. I hit the handbrake and it I don't like the way that's doing that there. I don't want the stability. See, it has the bumper, so even it wouldn't have hit it that hard, but the bumper did not even stop it. It should have. I mean, even if it was going like 8 or 9 miles an hour, which it was not, it shouldn't have gone through it. So
That's 248 over.
okay, so now we got to get our locomotive again.
Oh, I'm ready for you coming out of C36 today, correct, over? Signal indication. You guys got that light at C39 over? Alright, I'm gonna take that signal back now. I'm gonna get it working before you.
Okay, so
try to get it
SMS.
working before you guys get up there, over.
Gonna be the next one here. So we just dropped off
Go ahead and take the signal up to 36.
SFF. We got REM
away
actually
to
is gonna be the next one, then
traffic.
PTO. So
Corrected by then, over.
we'll get those next. I think this is a Haunts one too. Wisconsin Central. This definitely is. There's a lot of skins that I use. Townsend skins. Well, no, it's not that it was an accurate. I kicked the spot right. I was talking to you guys, and so I wasn't. When I clicked the handbrake, it didn't keep it. It took it on and off, I guess. So when I put the second handbrake on, that slowed it enough, but the first handbrake never came on. So I don't know why that was. Timed it right. That about the stability, I want to make sure that there's no problems with the server. So PTO is here, and then this one is REM. REM like the band, right? But not like the band. PTO. All the switches lined up. That's good. Here's PTO. We'll get that one next. That's REM's with it. GPP. ROS is towards the end. Here's PTO. Two rams. We'll make sure that we don't have anything else going here. So we're going to put handbrakes on these.
Copy 30.
Sure that I got nothing else. Got GPP, SMS. Make sure that goes back. Enough. Like it's going to. I guesstimated that other one right. That's good there. I did. PTO and this is a PTO. In reverse. Here we go. Cut about 5 out. Know if that's enough. Depends. Looks like it's going to go downhill. Clear the track, so. Technically stop it here. SSF. I'm looking at the wrong tags. ROS, that's the ones I want. So that's Rosno American. That's on the way out just before CLM. Thought we have SMS on here too, behind ROS. So surface modification system. I think there are cars there. You don't have Shitty Kitty and Fit or Tropus Caster. TPC, those are back. Oh, that one's good. Shitty Kitty's backwards. We just basically have these ROS, SMS. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What happened there? Knuckles had locked. Okay, so ROS, SMS, and then GPP at the very end. Spinning tires here. There's a rain.
That's 48 over.
7108 over.
Who's calling over?
7810. Sighting.
Oh, EPC's on the
No
end.
indication. I'll let the BN know.
Okay,
that
so
you're
we
gonna
have
be there about
Ross,
25 minutes over.
EPC, and SMS. Okay. Don't want to forget about the one in the rear.
All the brakes are knocked off.
2 on the rear.
You have an issue with this one before that. 7662 over.
Here's SMS. TPC we don't have anything for. No Shitty Kitty. No TPC. So TPC is actually the right way too. Just those ones down there are backwards. SMS here. Don't have anything for ETH.
I will have
You have Ross, and the final ones be over here. This GPP. Oh, I know, the Kitty Kitty Litter Company. It's great. And then there's another one over in the 81. It's called the shit.
San Bernardino dispatcher answer.
Shit
Fullerton
and
radio.
it's Sitten Shit. SITTEN SCHIDT. So it's Sitten Shit Toilet Company. STC.
Okay, was that the CDTX?
El Programmer. Oh,
All by
hilarious.
your Confirm for me that leader. CDTX 6952 West, over. Oh, yeah, over. I know 6952 West.
Yeah, they are. They're great.
Video with, call out to Amtrak 581 and verify that, over.
Guys at 8130.
Oh, wow, I'm standing here on the switch. I need to be here.
We're west of your location there at 8130.
Make sure we don't go too far with the SMS cars.
Okay to go with that.
Dude's over here on a forklift just hanging out. Probably getting paid overtime.
Up there to C44, control point C044. Make sure you contact the LOB 40, see if you can come work with them over. LOB 40 to UP1075 over. Thank you much. Dispatch out.
Yeah, what did I say was on the very end? Was it EPC, I think.
All right.
Ross.
7991, you have
SMS is coming up.
Mile post 153.1 for Google West, over. That's correct.
So this one is SMS. One after is GPP. So we'll stop it right in here somewhere. Probably here. Handbrake on, another handbrake on. We'll cut this off. Sure that's the right one. Let's pull forward.
Zero.
We got 3 SMS. We got the room.
Take it in, you're getting a wheel slip there. Yeah, we were getting a wheel slip, but we eyeballed that. We dropped the breaker now. On that handbrake? That's correct, over. Your wheels were rolling free? That is correct. All the wheels are rolling free, over. You guys have a good night. UP Mechanical out. I think the UP-781s are off.
wait till we get back here on around the corner before I cut them loose. See, they have already slacked. Put a handbrake on this one first as soon as they straighten out. 1 second, and that one third, just to make sure they stop. Grab the rest of our load. EPC will be next. EPC's here. There is one already in here. One or two tankers. We can slide another one in there with it. There's a crossing there. So yeah, we're going around like this and then coming back, backing up. Good, that's good. Excuse me. Oh, so we don't, yeah. Oh, we just got to go past the switch and kick off that one anchor there. Hazmat, you're not supposed to kick it, but I think it's a hazmat. What is it? No, it's just like some sort of chemical for carpets. Maybe it's cleaning. If you spill it, maybe it'll clean the ground. Just a little bit more there. Oh, come on. Let's go. Pretty sure I took the handbrakes off everything. It feels sluggish. All right, we are standing on the ground because you have to be on multiplayer in order to manipulate switches. Let's go ahead and go in reverse now. Nice and gingerly. There's no hazmat plaques on this one. 6 miles an hour kick seems pretty good to me.
Good, sir. Thank you.
All right, and then we got our next one up here. We'll wait a second. Throw the switch. Ready to hit a handbrake on there. Turn it off. Maybe it'll roll into it. Nice and slow. Ross is next, so we might have to come back a bit. That's going to couple up. All right. So now we have Ross is in here somewhere. It seems like oh. Yeah, so we'll put a handbrake on here and a handbrake on here. We get rid of the Rosses, and then we have one more industry to go. Got a party of 2 here for Ross. Watching the speed here, put one handbrake on. And give it a second. If it doesn't slow down, good. Another handbrake on. Got one other EPC here. Is that behind us? Yeah, so that's, didn't realize we had 2 EPCs on the back end, so I thought it was just tankers. Okay, let's pull forward, let's get this one off. That's not grabbing the, come on. All right, reverse. About 4.5 mile an hour kick. That one's gonna go back here, hang out with his friends over there. Could be speeding up, so we'll get ready to put a handbrake on. 3, 2, 1, now. Take it off. It didn't couple, but that's okay. We'll put a handbrake on it. It's ready to go. Got a process, so let's make sure we only have DPPs left. We do. Where's the locomotives at? Don't see them. There they are. So in basically 2 days of right around total 4 hours, we've sorted the supply train. It was here in La Mirada, split it into 4 locals. Actually, I think only 3. I don't think there were 111 locals here. Just 81, 71, and 61. So we split them into 3. We have what I'm looking for. We've delivered all the 71s. The 61s are ready to go. All the 71s are now delivered, except for these that we're going to do right now. And then the 81s somebody took during the week and delivered those. Took about 4 hours of just me to separate them all and deliver 71. This stuff takes a lot of time, so where it's good. If you need a couple hours to figure out what to do, Run 8 could be for you. Kind of like in Flight Simulator. Next week we might go hit, I don't know if I got any supply trains or not. I could always spawn some, but I don't know if anything's coming from LA or not. I haven't really paid attention. Alright, so let's go back. We haven't been as busy as we used to be. Sure that's going to change the summertime. I mean, summer's almost here, guys. Next Sunday, it'll be the 1st of March. We only have 2 months after that, and it's summertime. Is that crazy or what? Look how it's already March, so we've already had our 3rd month of the year, and it feels like it's just flown by. Because we have so many of these, we're going to drive them all the way back. Just document in the job post that we've left the power over at GPP. Yeah, I know. We'll be sweating before we know it. I don't know. I'll work more inside. I used to work outside in the summertime in middle of the Mojave for 11 years, so that was pretty crazy. It was 80 in the south. Yeah, you got a lot of humidity. It was when I first started streaming, it was 94 here, SoCal, so which is somewhat unusual in February. Not crazy, it's just unusual. Not usually that warm in February. Although in earlier in the week it was flipping freezing. I mean, yesterday I got up and it was like 33 in the morning, so the roofs were white. Not snow, but frost. We can always put a handbrake on like I like to do, just to prevent slamming in back here when we don't want to slack too much. Really? I put one handbrake on, now the train can't push him? That was weird. We'll stop it right about there. Pull a little bit forward to slack it out. that. Two handbrakes on the front, release the locomotives, and then mark the 71 job complete and where the locomotives are. So let me mark that job as complete here. Let's see. Job board. All right, so I said job or cars delivered, powered by CXL. And it's the job will be set to recrew.
BNSF San Bernardino dispatcher answering Hobart radio.
Crew. Okay. That itself is done. And that means we're going to be done. We'll find something else to do. First thing let's do is set some handbrake. A handbrake. Turn off the train, turn off the lights.
Alright, BNSF dispatcher.
And we're going to relinquish that train. See what we got to watch as it goes by. We got an autorack coming out of over by Corona. There's some stuff going on up there. Let's see what we can see here. Here. Let's go. Where's Barstow at? Got this guy. The needles. Nothing really going on in Barstow. Something coming through Daggett. Really going on out here. So it's Tehachapi. No one up here.
48.
All right, we found something. Still snowing?
Okay, copy that. Ready to head straight to Arn and clear up. Dispatch 248 to Damien, over.
Alright.
LB40 is ready to head back to Arlington.
This is in Tehachapi with the snow, and then
you want them to just go by you
they're getting
on main track
all
1, over. Stand by, I'll get right back to you.
foggy and snow, I guess.
For that LB40,
But we got
maintenance way talking to the foreman real quick, and then
Turn that
we'll
down a little
see
bit.
what they want to do with you guys, over.
So yeah, so that will be it for me today. Come on back next Sunday. I think I figured out my Twitch problem that I had with Red Dead. Didn't make sense, but I was doing Red Dead Redemption with the undead, whatever. So I got one more week of that on twitch.tv/KungfuBeer on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. on the West Coast. Back here again, 3 p.m. West Coast time, 6 p.m. East Coast time for Simulator Sundays with some Run 8. And then the following week, the we got March 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to start our series of Super Mega Baseball. We have custom teams playing on Twitch TV on every Wednesday, 5 p.m. Beer keggers. coming back. Twitch.tv/KungfuBeer. So until next week, here on the Mateo Community Run 8 server, usually where I play. Hope you have a fantastic week. And I look forward to seeing you at the end of the weekend. What I get to do here the last day of my weekend is I get to spend it with you guys. Thank you for showing up. And we'll watch this guy go by. So after it passes, see you on the next one. Thanks for showing up, Brett. See you next week. Canadian national one there. A lot of these skins are custom. Get them from the enhancement Discord. On the enhancement Discord. Most of these skins are not. They're typical. You see all the graffiti on the well cars and stuff, so check that out. Make sure you make a backup of your stuff first, original.